Very few manufacturers are able to have a cult-like following in both the young boy racer market and, well, you know, the more matured crowd. Today, I get to review a car from a manufacturer who does just that. But the car's, well, more for people like me. You know, a wannabe boy racer who finally had to come to terms that he's finally a grown-up now. But that still has the riz, no cap. I don't know what that means though. I heard the Gen Z's, millennials, I heard them say it.
This is the all-new Honda-HRV 1.5 Executive.
Honda has been known for its reliability, style, and innovation, and the HR-V is no different. This new version has a fresh, modern look with its more boxy shape and its front with color-coded grille and its sleek LED headlights, making it a bit of a more bold statement compared to the previous generation of this car. Now, there's only two models available to the South African market: the Comfort, which retails at 521,000 Rand, and the Executive, which is 623,000 Rand. Both those cars share the same engine and gearbox setup, which is Honda's tried and tested 1.5-litre naturally aspirated iVTEC petrol engine, which produces 89 kilowatts and 145 Newton meters of torque, and it sends all its power to the front wheels via a CVT gearbox, which, as you can see from my face, I don't really like. In this 1.5-litre Executive, which we have on test, you get added extras like these blacked-out styled 18-inch rims covered in Yokohama rubber. It gets a panoramic sunroof, gets a leather interior, and the driver's seat is electrically adjustable. It gets that color-coded grille. It makes use of Honda's sensing safety systems and a whole bunch of other features, and all of this is put together in this, well, very stylish coupe-like design, which gives you 187 millimeters of ground clearance, which is perfect for navigating Cape Town's urban roads and occasional gravel paths and pavement climbing because of parking. Now, I know that looks are subjective, right? But I do like this look. It's different for Honda. It's conservative but yet funky, not overly designed like they've done in the past. It's kind of like what the kids would call DEMURE. You know, cutesy, clean and mindful, like me. Oh, is that not what it means? Oh, sorry. Inside, the HR-V impresses with a refined, comfortable cabin. Honda has done a fantastic job when it comes to just blending things like the soft touch materials with some of the hard plastics, and so very well organized dashboard. This 8-inch infotainment touch system is compatible with both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is on a wired connection, unfortunately, but at least you're able to access those apps because it is essential for us in a much more connected world nowadays. What I do really like though is this little feature on the air vents. It's got this little button that when you turn it, you can redirect air instead of blowing directly onto you, but on the side of the car, and it blows past you rather than like directly on top of you, and it's very refreshing. Now, there are plenty of buttons everywhere for those people who love buttons, like on the climate controls and everything else as well. On the infotainment display, there's shortcuts and menus and stuff. And the steering wheel, which is quite nicely laid out as well, is also fully laden with buttons for volume controls, lane keeping assist, cruise control, and the driver display, which is still very refreshingly analog, features a 4.2-inch digital display, which is customizable. Now, this executive model has leather seats, and the driver's seat has 8-way electrical adjustment. It's got also things like wireless phone charging, 2 USB-A ports, and a slew of driver assistance features like adaptive cruise control. With low-speed following, it got lane keep assist and road departure mitigation, and also accident avoidance. I mean, there's a lot of kit that's offered in this top trim level. Now, just like every coupe-styled SUV that's out there, the HRV's sloping roofline will restrict headroom for much taller than normal humans. Rear legroom is, well, reasonably good. I mean, it's not the best in the class, but it certainly is not the worst as well, because for me, I'm sitting very comfortable. So, long-legged people, that's a you problem, I think.
One standout feature is the magic seats. You can fold the rear seats flat or flip them up to accommodate taller or larger items. There are 3 seat belts as well as 2 ISOFIX and tethering points for child seats. Furthermore, there are 2 air vents, 2 USB charging points, as well as cup holders in the center armrest, and also a uniquely fitted set in the doors.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, this car has a panoramic sunroof, and it is awesome. The issue is, well, unlike a lot of the other cars, and in this one, in the front, you have this blind that you just move forward and backwards to open it up. Sadly, in the rear, it's got 2 clip-on covers, which is kind of, sort of easy to remove. Just watch yourself, you might get hit in the head. And what it means is that every single time when you want to use it, you need to remove these. And if you don't want to use it, you got to put them back. It's like, what do you do with these? You see, you have to put it in this bag, and then you have to leave it in the boot, which is, well, made easier by its automatic tailgate, so getting in here is not going to be a problem. However, it only offers 304 liters of space, which is kind of small compared to a lot of its rivals. Plus, this bag can't fit underneath this floor because of its full-size spare wheel, which for me I think is a really good thing. But all's not doom and gloom in here, because you see it offers a very cool feature on this tailgate. It's got a lock away, walk away button thing. You press it if your hands are full when taking something out of the car, right? And you walk away, because now you can't press the button. The car will basically sense that you've walked away, and it would close auto-magically. Magic. You see, I think that a lot of other manufacturers should seriously consider this thing. I just need to put this back. Oops. Let's magically close it again. Abracadabra. Behind the wheel of the Honda-HRV, this car honestly is a smooth and easy drive and very, very comfortable. However, this 1.5 liter engine in the CVT gearbox is not a good match, man. See, the car, it looks premium, right? It kind of also looks sporty, but this whole combination, it just, yeah, kind of just lets it down a bit. I mean, this is not a bad engine because it works in some of the other cars that it's fitted into the Honda, stablemate. But I just think in this, it just needs a turbo maybe. Because when you're cruising around like I'm doing now in the neighborhoods, it's okay, right? It's smooth and it's comfortable. But if you get it onto higher speeds, maybe throw in a hill or do an overtaking maneuver, it does this. Which is noisy, man. It's like two kids playing FIFA and screaming at each other. Oh. Now with that, it also kind of brings me to another thing which is kind of quirky and weird, but good at the same time. You see, this car has got a blind spot camera which activates your blind spot on your screen when you indicate. And that's very cool. But it's only on the left-hand side. Like why, man? Because you see, my thing is when you check your left mirror, when you turn your head to your left, you automatically, in your peripheral, you see, well, this side, your blind spot. But when you got to do it on the right, you got to physically turn around. I mean, why not have it on this side or on both? I mean, I understand this was probably for a left-hand drive car, but yeah, that's something they should have kind of thought about for South Africa. Otherwise, again, it's a very smooth, refined, easy car to drive. Fuel consumption, on my general driving over the last week has been between 8 and 9 liters per 100 kilometers, which is slightly more than what Honda claims of 6 liters per 100 kilometers. But I mean, that's not bad, right? Honda also offers this car with a 5-year, 200,000 kilometer warranty, a 4-year, 60,000 kilometer service plan, and 3 years AA roadside assist. So that should put anybody's, give anybody peace of mind. And most importantly, not once while driving this car did my teenagers complain that they don't want to be in it because it's not cool. I mean, they just said, when asking them what do they think, they said it was meh, all right. And I guess that's good. But otherwise, this is going to be a very good premium feeling urban kind of cruiser, if I have to put it that way. It's okay in peak hour traffic. It's very comfortable. It's easy to drive. It's just when you need to go a little quicker. Now, usually at this point in my videos, I would like to answer the question who the car is for and if you should get it. Let me start by saying that if this or any car is really what you want and the figures work out for you, then, well, you should just go and get it. It's like that expensive pair of sneakers or shoes that you really want. The ones that some of your friends say, oh, it's too much money, or it doesn't look lekker, or it's got whatever reason they might have. You would just go out and get it, right? Because it's what you like, and it's none of their business. Now, this car is not cheap, and it also has stiff competition from other rivals out there like Opel's Mokka, Mazda CX-3 and the CX-30. Then there's VW's Taigo and even the T-Roc. Oh, and then the new entries from China like a Motor C5. That car is bigger, has a more powerful engine, and it's cheaper. So ultimately the choice is yours because, you're buying it. So to answer the question, who is this car for? Well, if you're somebody that's in the market for a stylish, practical, safe choice and prioritize things like comfort, space, and even reliability, and even though when this car might not have the more punchier turbocharged engines like some of its competitors, the Honda-HRV offers something that is perhaps a lot more valuable than most of those things, which is Honda's proven reliability and its design. And if that's it, then this car is definitely for you. Thanks for watching another edition of Tyrone Paulson Drives. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment as well, because I'd like to know what you guys think of the Honda-HRV. Catch you on the next one.